We're off to conquer Everest on electric bikes. That's rough. We want to see for ourselves what these bikes are capable of, like a fat bike with wide, low-pressure tires and outboard motors with the ability to shift gears like on a regular bike, to achieve super strong traction on very steep climbs. And today we want to conquer the climber's base camp at the top of the highest mountain in the world, Everest. Look how hard it will be for our motors and batteries in the thin mountain air and at minus 20 degrees below zero. So, guys, our journey continues to the Everest climbers base camp. I'll tell you that bringing a bike down is probably 10 times easier than bringing it up. Nothing slips, everything rolls easily. The slope doesn't seem so steep anymore. You just need to balance correctly with the front and rear brakes. With skidding, this is to reduce speed.
This is Calipacker.
Look, something's wrong. A Sherpa is running without a backpack. I can't even catch up with him. He's running so fast. This shouldn't be happening. I wonder how long it will last.
You okay? Very quickly. Yeah.
Where's his backpack?
He gave it to him.
Oh, he gave it to him. We went down. We thought we'd have some tea. It's 2 p.m. and it gets dark at 4 o'clock. So we're heading to Base Camp. The climbers' base camp. We'll get there slowly. Honestly, I feel some kind of tiredness.
I would even say serious.
I just accelerated the wind speed, and I don't feel any wind at all. I don't know what kind of material this is, why the road in the mountains is so smooth here. It feels like it's some kind of silt, like there was some kind of lake here 1,000 years ago. We're riding along this lake. Honestly, I'm so tired that the bumps are giving me brain damage. It has to ride like this. But at least the bike isn't tired, it's fully charged. The consumption in the mountains is very small, only 200 watts. Here is a small climb. Such beauty here. We never reached the Everest base camp yesterday. Everyone felt really bad, but I don't even know if it was mountain sickness. Pasha says he's incredibly tired. My stomach started hurting terribly with every movement for no reason. We spent the night in Gorak Sherpa. It's the closest settlement. But the downside is that the altitude here is enormous. There are no trees or plants. 5,140. And it's terribly cold here. It's minus 15 degrees Celsius somewhere now. At night there was such a wind that even the building shook. Did you hear that?
Yes, it was like an earthquake.
And their windows have cracks. With huge cracks. Guys, the wind gets into the room. It's so cold. Even the Sherpas are frozen. It's just awful. Look at this. As I understand it, they have a cone for the wind, but this one bent for some reason.
Strong wind.
Yes, the wind broke their focusing unit. Look, they adjusted according to this setting. Yin and Yang. That's how they determine the direction of the sun. So that's their signature. Made in Nepal. Imagine, they mass-produce something like that. I thought these were repurposed solar. Well, yeah, satellite things. Damn, I'm lacking oxygen. We slept well and seemed full of energy, although they say that the body does not recover at such an altitude. But everything is past. My stomach doesn't hurt. My throat hurt a little yesterday from the cold Coca-Cola. So in fact, illnesses may even pass faster here. Who covered everything with stickers? Tourists apparently come here straight away. Holy moly, let's find some Russian and show them a close-up. Apparently, Russians don't reach such altitudes. There were many below, but now there is not a single Russian. But there really are fewer tourists at such altitudes, because few people reach them.
Here are Nepalese girls.
Here are our bikes. Here they stand sad, probably frozen. Minus 15.
What charge?
Good charge.
What's here?
This is almost full.
We'll get to Nanchebazar.
Look, how windy it is in this room. It's normal for this altitude. Yeah, there are almost no people here.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
You cold night?
No cold.
No? You good sleep?
Good.
He was lucky. He was sleeping a little further from the window.
Anyway, this one got some sleep. And this one didn't sleep all night because it was so cold.
That's problem.
Now hot water, yeah?
The tire is completely flat. Totally flat. It's so heavy.
Жесть.
Only this one has always come off, and this one has never come off. I've already glued this on about 150 times, but nothing helps me. Let's pump this up a little, to be 100% sure. Of course, we always have a pump with us. Get the patches out right away. Guys, I don't know. What's the problem? This patch has come off 5 times. Nothing helps me. What haven't we tried to fix it? Unfortunately, there's no spare inner tube. Lex missed that. No. But what's the problem then? We'll just glue this on top again? There are no punctures here. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe the patch came off and then stuck itself. We still don't understand what the problem is.
Мы его собираем.
It takes a long time to pump it up, probably because the air is thin at such a height. Do you see? It's a strange shape. It seems like it wants to come off again. I don't believe it, guys. Where does the strength come from? Because we were really tired yesterday. Just completely exhausted. I pumped up the front wheel more. It shakes a lot. I'll be patient.
My Sherpa took my bike. He said that I would carry the backpack, and he would ride.
Let it ride for a bit.
I think he knows how to ride a bike.
The main thing is that it doesn't crash into the wall. For some reason on Google Space Images this is all white and this is not. There are just stones lying there. But in fact, there is some kind of salt lake here, very flat. For the mountains, this is simply a rarity. The Sherpa is afraid. The bike rolls down in his hands. That's okay. He will roll our bikes if things get really bad for us.
Do you see? I showed him that you need to brake with both brakes, and he only brakes with the front one.
He will learn.
Maybe.
5,150 meters above sea level. Wow. Even the grass doesn't grow here.
Представляешь?
Not to mention the trees. Very difficult conditions.
He can ride. He liked it.
Now Pasha will show him how to ride.
Let's go.
Wow, I don't have time.
Tokyo Drift. My brake has become a little harder to stop.
That's right. I took your bike to ride and that was rough. The same road. Now a very rocky road will start again. Let's see how hard it will be for us today. But yesterday it was very hard. Just notice how the weather has improved. The wind was so strong last night. I don't understand why the tourists are already coming back. Did they go there at dawn?
Probably, but it's already 8:30.
This is what the road to the Everest base camp looks like.
Принца в Эвереста.
Huge glaciers have melted. And a lot of such rocks are left.
Камней.
These are the most unpleasant sections here for a bike.
Для велосипеда.
Guys, I know it's not sporting, but I let the Sherpas push the bike to understand how much harder it is to push a bike or to walk on rocks.
Или идти пешком по камням.
And I'll tell you, walking is 10 times easier. 10 times. Look, I don't even have a break for breath, and I immediately have enough oxygen. Look what happened. The poor thing got stuck between the rocks. He can't get out. They managed. Pasha, he's stuck. We barely pulled him out. So, pedal. You seem to be moving normally. Yes, everything is fine. Very cheerful.
Как говорят.
The road seems to have gotten a little better. I can ride, albeit with difficulty. Look at that cliff. Let's better stay away from it. It's still a big height. It's better not to risk it. Guys, I feel like I'm in space. There's already the base camp, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, can you see it? There's such a hole there.
Where base camp?
Yeah?
Yeah. What is
GLACIER. KUMBU asphalt.
That's where those rocks come from. There's a glacier underneath them, slowly sliding down and carrying a bunch of rocks with it.
камней?
There's a huge hole that's thawed here. I think it's incredibly dangerous to go there. It could collapse at any moment. Damn. We're 750 meters away from the Everest base camp.
Принца в Эвереста.
This is that steep base camp where they undergo acclimatization for 3 months or 2.
Ну или 2.
Are we really approaching?
Заезжаем.
Is the road really a little better?
Лучше.
It will be a steep descent. There was a glacier on the left. The glacier melted and a hole formed. And there was a glacier on the right. Pasha.
There the caves are formed, and then when it melts a little, it collapses.
Yes, it is collapsing. It turns out that there is a huge glacier beneath us. The main thing is that it does not melt and fall now. Guys, we are almost there. There are some tourists here. I hope they will pass. Will bypass us. Here is the base camp. It is located on this black thing. And here is the KUMBU glacier. This is how climbers climb Everest. There is such a smooth slope. Then they go up like this, and like this. The first camp is located somewhere around here. The second is a little further, and the third and fourth are near the summit. Here is the top. Snow is blown away from there. It is already so close. Base camp. We're driving. There are climbers with special gear.
Спецснаряжением идут.
And we're on bikes. Like crazy people. What's this?
Ой, Паш.
Are you throwing rocks?
As far as I understand, whoever throws off more wins.
Pretty weakly. Look where they're throwing it. I guess there a layer there.
Okay,
What's there? Oh, there's a layer there.
the ice is not just white, but blue.
Вы видели, ребят?
And there, do you see? Shades. There's a cave.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look what a cave there is. There. Oh, so we were walking on a glacier. Do you see the slope?
So it needs a little more.
Look at all the dust. Damn.
I accidentally stepped.
Guys, look, there's a huge area of land there that's completely uninhabited.
Не заселен.
Sun, air, and water, it's all there. It's a little cold and the air is thin, but people climb to Mars where the pressure is only 0.1 atmospheres and there's no oxygen at all.
Кислорода нет совсем.
Or to the moon, although they can't master this. Nobody lives here. Look at the rocks. There's nothing alive. It looks like some kind of Martian landscape. We come up, look. There's some kind of rock. Look what's in the distance. I don't believe it. But we did it now 100.
Уже на все 100.
100%.
Окей. 1, 2, 3.
Good friend.
Guys, we did it.
Делали это.
It seemed impossible. We are the first in the world on heavy electric bikes. It seemed impossible.
5364.
My head is spinning, lack of oxygen, but we are at the climber's base camp. The only way higher is with oxygen tanks. Guys, let's rev it up. They told us it was impossible,
Можно.
but nothing is impossible. Yeah, it was really hard, but we did it.
Делали это.
We were the first in the world to reach the Everest base camp.
On an electric bike.
Hey!
Damn, the wind is just blowing me away. But we are going to listen to the glacier. Look at those rocks. I have a feeling there was an earthquake here just now.
If I'm watering correctly, that's an iceberg. But on dry land?
I don't know. Maybe there was some kind of avalanche and it fell like rocks from above, but there is ice underneath us. If you clear it in places, you can see it. Here, do you see? This.
Glacial window.
Everyone is walking with sticks. And we are lazy people on electric bikes. The lack of oxygen is compensated for by the power of the bike motor. Mamma mia, look! This is the KUMBU glacier. Do you hear that sound? Gurgling. Is it going well? Damn. Guys,
Йо, ребят.
this is Everest.
Есть.
Step on the gas. This is going badly. Very badly. These are mountains, guys. The only thing higher is space. KUMBU Glacier, Everest. A very dangerous place. What is that? Did you see the ice floes flying there? Look, that's a strange thing. Oops. I didn't mean to.
It's been standing for 1,000,000 years, and you broke it.
I hope this doesn't fall through.
It's safe here.
Are you sure?
Come here.
What's there? What's here? Look at the blue color. Do you see?
Yeah.
We've crawled under the glacier. Guys, stop, be quiet. There's sound here. Listen to this. Toilet cistern.
Did someone press the drain?
This is a very strange place. The main thing is not to fall into the crevasse. There are a lot of dangerous ones here. There's a glacier under us. You see, there's a very thin strip of stone, and there's ice under these stones. Yeah. So, we're climbing carefully so as not to fall through by accident. I slid down from here.
It really does look like a slide.
Where did they pitch their tents here? Probably here. Look at all the ice around. There's such a cool glacier here. I wonder, do they go up the glacier further? How? With the equipment?
Yeah.
That's the direction they're going. That's there. That's where the ascent is. That's here. Look. And take a closer look in the distance to the right. That's it. There it went up. And to Everest. Everest is behind that little hillock. They are probably climbing here too.
Are they training?
Maybe they are training. Or maybe they are already climbing to the very top. Wow. This looks reliable. A bunch of cat tracks. Oh, that must be from the equipment. 4 climbers. Everything here is trampled by this. Wow. There is more to climb. This could be very dangerous. You need a special permit to go further. What if you get buried under rocks? The Sherpa should go first. For safety reasons. To lay a rope.
We need to borrow equipment from the locals.
To see what is there.
Conquer the local ice floes.
What is there? KUMBU Glacier. Let's go to Everest. I don't know if this can be done or not. We can collapse without the Sherpas. The Sherpas were afraid, but we went. Pasha, where are you? Pasha. Pasha, where are you?
There's a cliff and nothing else interesting.
But this is complete madness. I didn't dare do this, honestly. Pasha undresses for a very beautiful photo at the Everest Base Camp.
This is new.
Yes. This is Everest Base Camp. Temperature -15. Guys, the strongest mountain hurricane wind.
The wind blew now and I got cold.
Everest Base Camp with coordinates. This is how we conquer Everest. Now get dressed.
Let's go.
Home.
Go home.
The Sherpas are very happy that we let them go home. They say that it is difficult to go to the mountains. It is a special pleasure. You just have to understand it. There are difficulties, but overall it is a very cool walk in nature, I tell you. This is such a walk in nature at maximum. They haven't come up with anything cooler yet.
Whiskey and salt wine. Everest.
That's all. Now we will go with songs and dances. You can't pour the Sherpas any drinks, otherwise they immediately start dancing. And we flew back at a crazy speed from this mountain. The main advantage is that you can go at a very high speed, 20 to 30 miles without problem. But the main thing is not to scare the tourists. We jumped over those very steps that tore off our luggage racks. But the bikes did not break. In short, the battery came off, the luggage rack was shredded like that. We went down in just one day. The batteries showed themselves just fine,
Отлично.
despite the fact that we did not have a protection board and a balancer, although we used the most common 18650 elements from Samsung.
18650 от Samsung.
The capacity was only 30 ampere hours at 48 volts. This is 1.5 kilowatt hours. The charge was always enough with a reserve. And all thanks to the fact that the motors worked very efficiently, with minimal losses.
Потерями.
Thanks to the huge sprockets, we could select the gear ratio so that the motor always worked at optimal speeds.
Работал на оптимальных оборотах.
And the main problem with all electric motors is that at low speeds they have low efficiency.
У них низкая эффективность.
Very low efficiency. That is, the windings begin to work like a boiler. They simply distill the battery energy into heat.
Тепло.
And since the angle of ascent was very steep,
Крутой.
imagine, more than 50%. And there we were moving at only 5 miles per hour.
Километров в час.
No motor wheel, even a geared one, is capable of delivering all the power at this speed.
Отдать всю мощность.
It will simply overheat. And we, due to the correctly selected gear, allowed the motor to gain the necessary speed, thereby significantly increasing the efficiency of this. Therefore, only 200 was enough for these climbs watts of power. 200 watts and the bike pulls you to Everest.
Тебя тащит.
Guys, they're doing it. They're loading our bikes.
They're careful. They don't throw that stuff.
Yeah,
And the wheels fell off.
yeah, they fell out. Look at the stewardess.
She's so serious. If the bike falls, she'll throw them all over.
So, guys, we're leaving. This is the most dangerous airport in the world. Such a scary sound. That's all.
Done. Oh, the bus?
I shit myself.
What else?
I shit myself so much. There was a white outhouse, like they had in the Soviet Union.
Lex, do you have any stories that aren't about shit?
And I felt very weak and went crazy.
Lex, explain to us why you broke the bike. So, guys, I really recommend you not to sit at home, but to see this world. Because you'll get emotions that you won't get anywhere. Go to Kalapathar. Bring Kalapathar to the Sherpas. And try it yourself. Go to 5,646 meters. Overcome yourself. In one moment perhaps you'll feel like that's it. I want to go home and never go to the mountains again. But I assure you that when you return home, you'll be happy and you'll go there again. Well, if you want to get the same awesome cool emotions, then write to us. We'll choose you, talk to you, and you can go with us and get what you'll never get on the couch. And we will arrange kamerdavka.